All right. First off, before we start talking about diabolic influence, exorcisms, I'm surprised, Father, by the amount of people, even Catholics, who don't know what a demon is. What are
Right.
the origins of demons and what are demons?
Well, as I talk about in the book, it's basically demons are fallen angels. That is, when they were originally created, they were created in a state of innocence. They were holy. They actually had sanctifying grace. St. Thomas even says that they infused virtues of faith, hope, and charity, which was necessary in relationship to being able to have knowledge of the Blessed Trinity and the Incarnation. And so St. Thomas says there's three instances. He says the first instance, they're created in this perfect act of knowing. Then they make a choice. And then that's the second instance. And then that choice is either to follow what God has asked of them or not. They're assigned task, which is their nature. And if not, then they reject him. And then St. Thomas says in the third instance, they're immediately damned or they're immediately rewarded with the beatific vision. So it's a sequence of things that happens very rapidly. But basically, the demons are the ones who refuse their assigned task, that is, they're fallen angels.
And why does God allow them, beginning with Eve, to have influence in human affairs?
I think it really just boils down to, well, there's several reasons. Actually, I go into the number of different reasons, especially in relationship to possession. Why does God allow possession? Because there's a whole series of reasons. But throughout the book, I talk about why God allows it. And usually the real moral to the story is A, to test us, but B, also to increase our virtue. So when we're attacked by demons, we have to kind of come up to speed. If demons weren't in our life, people would be pretty spiritually mediocre, I think, overall. And I think that's one of the primary reasons. But also, as we fight against the demons, the amount of energy and the focus and the dedication we have to put, and the voluntariness, in a certain sense, we have to put into doing the battle, actually causes our virtue to increase. We actually become more virtuous as a result of engaging with demons. And so I think that's the primary reason. We see this a lot of times in possession is that, one of the reasons, I think there's a lot of reasons why possession cases take longer to liberate, but one of them is the fact that people simply don't have any virtue. In the past, say 60, 70 years ago, if you liberated somebody, they could plug into a culture that was at least quasi-virtuous, or at least you could lead a virtuous life and people would accept that and think it's actually a good thing, where now it's not that case. So people have to be able to stand on their feet, not just in the general culture, but even in the Catholic culture.
Right. Now, speaking of Catholic culture, there's been, actually just the other day, some young people said, Dr. Marshall, will you talk more about satanic ritual abuse and raise awareness? And I was actually very surprised as I was reading through your book, and people are asking the name of the book. It is Diabolic Influence. There's no snazzy cover, though, Father. I want to put it on a screen or just be a black box.
Yeah. Well, there's two reasons for this. This is obviously the version that's meant for clergy and healthcare professionals. I sent you a copy because of the fact that you work in the area of philosophy and also theology. So I figured you're just the type of person that would be able to benefit from this. But then what I did is so that's the long version, and then I did a shorter version, which is Dominion. It's the lay version, which is basically the same book, except there's certain things that are removed, which we can talk a little bit about that maybe later. But I just simply removed them. So I figured that a scholar like such as yourself doesn't really care what the book looks like. They're just only worried about the contents.
Exactly.